This next comic is again from Knoxville. He's very funny. Everyone give it up for David Habel.
Hello, hello, hello. Hi. I'm David. I'm 32. I was born in Asheville, and it shows. Let's see. My style can be best described as sexy Rasputin. I'm queer. I'm a comedian. I'm from the South, so my pronouns are he/ha. I'm super classy. Yeah. So I love banquet pizza because it says microwave 1 minute high. I can do that. When I was growing up, I wanted a cell phone, and we always had like a bug problem in the house, and so there was this pair of crickets, and we used to joke that, you know, maybe they were lovers or something like that, you know, Romeo and Juliet or something, you know, and so they talked to each other from across the room, and so one day I was like, can I get a cell phone plan, you know, Verizon, even something cheap like Cricket Wireless? And my mom was like, Cricket Wireless, we don't need that, we've got that at home. All right.
Bro.
That was a really long walk. I'm a musician as well. I'm working on an album right now, which is going to make me sound like I'm a libertarian, but I'm not. It's called Trigger, but I'm thinking of calling it How I Earned My Second Trip to the Psych Ward. All right, I think that's funny. That's fine.
Okay,
That's fine. I can laugh at my mental illness. I'm at that point. I usually wake up with kind of crazy hair in the morning. It's either Robert Plant or Robert Smith. Let's see. I bought a sleeping bag recently, which may not surprise you from the looks of things. But it was a two-person sleeping bag, and it's super nice now that it's cooling off, because like I just have these window units, and I depend on them for the heat and the cooling in my place, and so like I just get in the sleeping bag and like be comfortable really fast. I like to dress exotically. You might have figured that out by now. But lately I've been finding out that two wrongs don't make us right.
Bro.
Thank you. Well, if there's anywhere to talk about this in Knoxville, it's probably here. That's a great intro to this bit. I was on Facebook recently, and I saw an ad for a family attraction that is called a Shoot 'em Up Gallery. Now, that has pictures and videos of kids with like shotguns, like fake hunting and stuff like that. And I'm thinking like, this is both something that can only happen in America and also something that probably shouldn't be happening in America right now. It's not that funny, but it's all right. I figured I'd mention it. Let's see. I tend to drive my partners away from people with long hair. They get tired of the shedding. So most people after dating me date people either with short hair or no hair at all. You know, if I stare into space at any point during this, I'm having an acid flashback. So just giving you a heads up. Let's see. people say that you can download an app to help you sleep, but I still struggle with sleep apnea. That's fine, that's fine. Let's see. Oh, the start of COVID was fun. I remember back when it was first announced that it was going to hit the U.S., they said only the elderly and immunocompromised are in danger. And I thought, okay, so it's only the people who are going to die anyways. That's what they're saying. And so that was a fun time for my mental health. I'm immunocompromised, so like I just thought, okay, my entire family. That's fine. That's natural selection, I guess. See, people tell me I look like an almond brother, but I think I look more like a pecan. Thank you. Let's see. I like the English language. It's got a bunch of silly things, like a fake phone can be called a faux phone. I don't have anywhere I'm going with that. I'm just throwing that out there. I love singing the Beach Boys, but there were certain songs I couldn't sing during my last living situation. For instance, my neighbor would always be walking on the ceiling and causing quite a disturbance. So anytime she got home, I'd have to cut off Good Vibrations. All right. I've had bladder problems for decades now, so not as many people call me Drip Daddy as they probably should. I carry around a tailbone cushion, and the number of people who've asked me if that's for hemorrhoids is quite a lot. Also, I got told recently that I look like I'm in my 40s. Yeah, that was fun. It was by someone who was 29, so they're like 3 years younger than me. So they're like my same generation and everything. I was like, dude, like, no, when I'm in my 40s, I'm gonna look full on like Gandalf or something, okay? Like, I'm not quite there yet, you know? It's a bit of a red herring, to be honest. All right, that's a gray hair joke. I think I kind of stumbled into being a Star Wars fan. Like, I feel like a fake Star Wars fan because, like, I watch Star Wars Theory and things like that, but I still haven't seen all the movies. So I'm a little less like Luke Skywalker and a little bit more like Luke Skywalker. All right. That's a laugh. I don't know if it's connected to my joke, but I'm going to pretend it is. I hate Mercury retrograde. Thank you. I dropped out of college 4 times already. I'm not ready to be judged by other planets. Like, I was talking to my friend the other day, and I was like, I'm really glad I didn't get a laugh break there. I was talking to my friend the other day, and I was like, let's just move to a galaxy where these retrogrades don't happen. Because, like, I'm a little burnt out on this. I'm a little burnt out on, like, humanity in the 21st century. You know, I think sometimes of what dead people would be thinking about if they were here now. And, you know, someone like George Carlin, like, he might be really, really excited about certain things in the world. For instance, I subscribe to this YouTube channel called Disaster Compilations. And I never watch the videos, I just know that nature's fucking up the world all over the world at any given time. But yeah, I mean, he used to talk on stage about like wanting to see how bad things can get. I think he'd be pretty satisfied with the 2020 so far. Um, let's see. I don't like to do math. My friends try to get me to do math problems, and I always tell them the same thing. 2 plus 2 is too much for me. Yeah. Let's see. I wore a lot of clothes when I was growing up, and it's just kind of like I was one of those kids who dressed up like how their parents wanted them to, and so like even into adulthood, I will dress unseasonably warm. People might think it's a fashion statement, but really I'm just having trouble cutting the umbilical corduroy. I know, it's another pun. It's a big surprise. I avoided Grindr during the pandemic. Most of the dating sites were already bad, but like Grindr, just like during the pandemic, that feels like a science experiment, and I'm trying to avoid Petri dick. All right. Let's see. I've already joked about having a mental breakdown. I went out with a Christian girl some time ago, and I found out that I don't do fire and brimstone, but it wound up being the case that she smokes weed too, so I'm just fine with fire and brimstoner. I need to do the Lord's Prayer. It's time for the Lord's Prayer. We're almost in October, so it's time for the Lord's Prayer. The Lord is Lord. Hallowed be thy name. Thy cucumber come, thy dill be done, on earth as it is in watermelon. Give us this day our daily zucchini, and lead us not into a pumpkin patch. For the love of God, smash, 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 amen.
Love it.
Oh, thank you. Let's see. I've started questioning myself lately. Like, I recently learned what imposter syndrome is, and I've been wondering if quite possibly I'm not really qualified to say that I have imposter syndrome. So I guess you could say I'm having imposter syndrome about having imposter syndrome. Well, I'll end in an old joke that I used to tell a lot. Do we have any yogurt fans here? All right. Out here. Awesome. We got a lot of yogurt fans. I should have started on this. I prefer my yogurt submissive. I only eat Fruity Bottoms. All right, y'all. Thank you so much, and thank you, Fat Wally, for the time.
Give it up for the millennial Unabomber, David Halo. That was great. Get your manifesto. All right. That was great. All right, this next comic, I'm super duper nervous about having him on stage. Every time I've had him on stage, my butthole has been